Okay, welcome back. Hey guys, don't forget to turn on your cameras so we can see you and know that you're there. And also, if your Wi-Fi breaks or something, we can easily tell from your video. And like, if you're not in your video, we won't call on you. So thanks, Sally and Gabriel and Wendy for turning on your camera. Wait, Olivia, are you back? Okay, so, oh, hold on. Someone sent a chat. Oh, I think my power just turned on. Oh no, well, the other teacher's power just went out, so it might be a few more minutes until she comes
Do
back.
you want me to do it anyways? It's just gonna look like this. I
Oh,
don't know what's going on.
oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, my phone isn't charging either. Definitely, it turned on. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, that's great then. We can get started. So,
Mhm.
welcome everyone to today's Building Bridges class. The teachers today are going to be Olivia and Estelle, which is me. Let's review last week's homework. So, last week's homework, or not last week, sorry, last class. Last class's homework was if you could move anywhere, where would you go? This is kind of a hard question. I'm not sure. Okay. Mm, maybe I would move to Canada. I like went there over the summer and it was really nice, and I think it would be fun to move and live there. How about you, Olivia?
Um, I'm not sure, but one place that I think would be fun to live in is like Europe. Maybe I'd live in Italy. I've never been there, but it seems nice.
Yeah, it does. It's really pretty.
Mhm.
Sally, how about you?
Um, Maybe I'd like to go to Russia basically because I think the weather there might be cool and I have never been to there and I want to see that big country. I think maybe there will be some fun activities and so if I could move there, I would like to see
Oh, sorry. What was the country you said you would move to again? I that was the one part I couldn't hear.
Russia.
Oh, Russia. Yeah, that would be a pretty interesting place to live. Uh,
Um,
but oh, yeah.
I was just gonna say, Wendy, do you have a place you'd like to move?
I want to move to Qinghai
Why do you
Oh,
want to
that'd
move
be
there?
fun.
because their weather is cool there in summer.
Oh, that's very nice. Weather is a great reason to move to somewhere. I think Sally also wants to move for weather too. She mentioned that. So, Gabriel, if you could move anywhere, where would you go?
I would like to move to I I'd like to move to Switzerland because I was there were a lot of mountains and they have special culture.
I've never been to Switzerland, but it's super cool. My friend went to Switzerland and she brought me back some chocolate and it was really yummy. So the views in Switzerland are very pretty too. Like Switzerland, they have really nice mountains.
And I think they have the cleanest water too because of the glaciers.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
saw that. Like they have fountains around the city with like clean fresh water.
Like fountains that you can drink from?
Yeah, you can drink from any of them because it's so clean.
Oh, wait. Wait, they're just like not regular water fountains? Like,
They're like regular, I think they're like regular fountains, but you could just like put your cup in it and just like drink it.
oh, wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I think we got everyone for homework. So let's move on to today's conversation. Olivia, do you want to call on people for this one?
Sure. Okay, so today's conversation is what is the most interesting thing that has happened to you this summer? So I guess if I go first, this summer I was in San Diego, California, and I went to the zoo, the San Diego Zoo. So I think that was probably one of the coolest things I've done this summer. Sally, what is the most interesting thing that's happened to you this summer?
Well, this week, let me think. Wednesday maybe, and I went to the, I went and played with my friends. We went shopping and we did some craft and we had lunch and dinner together. We just went and chatted with each other and we share about our interesting our things about summer vacation and about maybe about the summer vacation's homework and we were so happy. So I think that is the most interesting thing I had.
That's really cool. What kind of crafts did you guys make?
We cut some paper and we yes.
That's really cool. Um, okay, Gabriel, what's the most interesting thing that you've done this summer?
The most interesting things is half months ago. Oh, oh, I had a road trip from Kunming to Beijing.
Wow, that's really cool. What did you do there?
Uh, during the road trip, I've been to 9 different city and uh 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 but it's kind of boring when you were driving on the way.
Oh, yeah, because the car ride was pretty long, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds really fun though. Wendy.
Uh
Oh, sorry. Keep
uh
going.
the longest one period of driving in was maybe 6.5 hours.
Wow. That's really fun. I love going on road trips. Wendy, what's the most interesting thing you've done this summer?
I went on a trip with my friends.
Oh, what did you do with your friends?
I went on a trip with my friends.
Wow, that sounds really fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, Vetlin, what is the most interesting thing that you've done this summer? Oh,
Well, it's about 20 days ago. I had a trip with my parents to Chongqing, and there is something amazing because I has met my classmates in Chongqing, and we have never I have never told them about I'm going to Chongqing this plan, and they have never told me this too. So I think it's very unbelievable. And also, um, I had uh, I had ate the hot dog in Chongqing. That's very delicious.
wow, that sounds so fun. I'd love to go there.
I went to Chongqing before too, and it's a really cool city. I only stayed there for like, I didn't stay there for that long, but it was really nice. Oh, if you just joined, can you please turn on your camera? And also, can you please change your name to your English name or your pinyin? Thanks. Okay. I can answer this question too. So, one interesting thing that happened to me this summer is that I went on a cruise to Alaska and Canada. So, I don't know if you guys know where Alaska is, but it's like very north and it's supposed to be pretty cold there. But I went there just a week ago, so it was not that cold. It was really fun because I went in a cruise, made lots of friends, and I sat in an elevator.
My cousin went on a cruise to Alaska this summer too. A lot of people were in Alaska this summer. I don't know what it was.
I feel like a lot of people were also in New York City.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, if you just joined, can you hear us? There's like no microphone next to their name.
Oh,
Wait, Olivia, can you like send them a chat if they can hear us?
yeah.
Okay, thanks. Let's move on. Today, the topic we're going to be discussing is how to annotate and summarize short stories. So, first, what is annotating? So, annotating is when you mark up a piece of writing in order to better understand its main ideas. So, usually people annotate when they're reading books or reading anything at all, whether it's books, passages, poetry, a lot of things for school you have to annotate. So this can be done by highlighting, circling, using symbols, and writing in the margins. So this is an example of what an annotated piece of writing can look like. So, a lot of times in school, teachers will make you annotate passages or they'll make you annotate books. So, that's what we have to do in school. But it's also very useful to annotate when you're just reading for fun because it can help you with pointing out important information and you can find the information that's important fast.
It's also really helpful if you have to write about the writing because you can organize your thoughts and pick out the main ideas. Oh, so this is our checklist for annotating. So we have different colors of highlighters that you can use to annotate and their meanings. That way you can stay organized. So for example, green is to represent the setting. So if you see the setting mentioned in the writing, you can highlight it green. Blue is the details about the characters. Red is conflict. Yellow is important details. Purple is figurative language. And then, you can circle any words that you don't recognize or that you want to look up. You can put a question mark by confusing sentences or phrases that you don't understand. And then you can also write about important lessons, connections, or anything else you could think of in the margins, like the space on the side of the paper.
And these colors are obviously you don't have to follow this exact checklist. This is just like one we made. So this is an example of one. So everyone can annotate differently. Like not everyone has to use green for setting, obviously. And you don't have to annotate like this. You can annotate in whatever way feels best to you. But this is what we found works best for us. So we're going to teach you guys this. And it's really helpful to have colors because like if you want to think about something that happened, or like if your teacher asks you to find a, an example of figurative language, you can just flip through your book and look for something purple. So I found it makes it really easy to find specific details that you want, whether it's figurative language, stuff about setting, conflict, or anything. So different colors is like really useful. And oh, some people don't highlight. I mean, some people don't annotate with highlighters. Some people use like tabs to like sticky notes. So that's also another way of annotating. But today we're going to be using highlighters because on Voove it's easy to highlight stuff.
Okay, so now we are going to look at a piece of writing and annotate it together.
Oh, so for this passage, we are going to read it and then we are going to decide if we would annotate this a certain color. So pay attention to this because the next passage we read, we're going to have you guys annotate it instead of us. So after each annotation, we're going to like explain why we annotated it. Why don't we have you guys start reading one sentence at a time so we can figure it out piece by piece, or like annotate piece by piece, I mean. Sally, do you want to read the first sentence?
All right. 5 cows lives in a little forest.
Okay, great, thanks. So in this first sentence, I see a detail about characters. So I'm going to highlight this blue. This is how I would do it. I would say there's 5 cows. Oh, that is not a very good highlighter. Okay, let's try again. So I would say that there's 5 cows because in this passage, there's going to be 5 cows. Those are your characters. And there's also something about the setting. So I would highlight this green. A little forest. See, annotating is like pretty straightforward. You just need to figure out if there's anything important in the sentence. So it's not too hard. Olivia, do you want to go over the next sentence or like call on someone and go over?
Sure. Okay, so would anyone, well, I guess I'll just call on someone. Gabriel, can you read the next sentence, please?
They ate French grass in a large green meadow.
Meadow. But yeah, that was really good. So in this sentence, we can see another setting in a large green meadow. We're also seeing something about what the characters are doing, but so we know that they eat grass, so that could be a character detail as well. And then, are there any words in this sentence that you would want to circle or anything? Nope. Well, okay, then I think that's good.
Honestly, I think ate fresh grass could also be an important detail. So like when you're trying to summarize this passage or like pick out the important details, you can see what you highlighted in yellow to see like maybe what they did. So I guess this could be 2 colors. Sometimes I do highlight in 2 colors.
Mhm.
You can,
Yeah, you can kind of pick and choose what you think would be the most helpful to you.
yeah.
Because usually you're annotating for yourself to break down the writing. So just do whatever you feel is best.
Yeah. So in yellow, when it says important details, for important details, I just like to highlight some plot points, like stuff that happens. Okay, let's go to the next sentence. So, Vetlan, why don't you read the next sentence for us?
They were kind friends.
They were kind friends. So, I think this sentence could be characterization because it shows that the cows are kind and they're all friends with each other. And so that's characterization. This is telling you that the cows are kind and they're friends. Oh, also, side note, you aren't going to be annotating everything. Like, you don't have to annotate everything. So, some sentences are just going to be like there. They're not that important.
Yes. Also, since this writing is a little bit shorter, it's just a paragraph, it's seems more condensed. But usually if you have like a whole page of writing, it's not every sentence you have to annotate.
Yeah, this one's just short and it's made to practice annotating. So, like, they actually have all of the components. But, like, normally when you read, there's not going to be like, you're not going to be highlighting every sentence.
Okay, so Sally, would you like to read the next sentence?
They decided to do everything together so the lions couldn't attack them for food.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that I can identify first is the lions being a possible attack. So that tells me that there could be some conflict. So personally, that's something I would highlight, but it's up to you. And then another thing is we know that they do everything together, which I think is a good representation of their character. So I think that could be highlighted blue, but it could also probably be yellow, but I'm not really sure what the entire plot is yet. So yeah. And then I don't really see any difficult vocabulary, so I think we should be good with the circling.
Let's go to the next sentence then. So, Wendy, can you read this sentence for me, starting with one day?
One day the 5 cows fought and each one started to eat grass in a different place.
Thanks, Wendy. I think fighting is definitely a sign of conflict, so I'm going to be highlighting that in red. Five cows fought. I guess one day could count as a setting, but one day is super vague, so I'm not gonna be highlighting that. It doesn't really tell me anything. Like everything happens on one day. Okay, so each one started to eat grass in a different place. I feel like that is more of an important detail. Like that is the outcome of their conflict. Because of their conflict, which is the 5 cows fought, the effect is that each one started to eat grass in a different place. Ooh, so maybe you can see like a relationship between these two details. Maybe I would draw an arrow because this leads to this. This is going to be a really ugly. That's just what I would do there. So add an extra symbol.
Okay. I think everyone has read. Does anyone want to read the last sentence or? No, no one wants to read. Okay, maybe I'll just call on someone. Okay, Wendy, do you want to just read the last sentence?
The lions decided to seize the
Oh, it says seize. Sorry, that's kind of a hard word.
decided to sees the opportunity
Opportunity.
and killed one by one.
Mhm. So, to seize is kind of like to take. Like, so they're basically taking the opportunity to go and kill the cows. So since we didn't know that word, we can circle the vocabulary. And that'll help us to know what words we need to look up so that we can fully understand the paragraph. Okay, so in the last sentence, let's see. So I guess that could be an important detail. I mean, it also could be conflict, really,
I guess
or a detail about the lion. So it's just kind of what you would like to highlight, I think.
technically all conflicts are important details.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I guess if you have to answer a question about the paragraph and you know you have to talk about or write about the conflict, then you might want to look out more for that opposed to any of the other options on the list. So this is personal preference. What do you guys think we should highlight it as?
Sally, do you have an opinion on this?
Well, I think I'm not sure. Maybe I think that may be important details, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do important detail. The lions decided to. Lions decided to seize the opportunity and killed them one by one. Yeah, that works for important detail. I think me personally, I would probably highlight it in red because in my mind, I'm thinking that all conflicts are important details. So technically, the red is also yellow, but the yellow is not red. I don't know if that like makes sense. It's like a square and a rectangle. Like
No,
squares
yeah,
are
I know.
rectangles, but rectangles aren't squares. So conflicts are important details, but not all important details are conflicts. Well, I mean, technically, this would also be like the resolution or ending because, like, that's the end of the story and nothing happened after they died. So that's like the resolution or ending, too. Oh, I think we should also circle opportunity. So, opportunity. Let's define opportunity. Opportunity. So opportunity is basically like when you get the chance to do something. I don't know if chance might be a hard word too. So like, Olivia, do you have a more kid-friendly definition?
I'm not sure because I was gonna say the same thing. I guess if I were to use it in an example,
Okay. Oh,
if
but
you got a new job, right? You could consider that an opportunity
yeah. Or maybe,
to advance in your career.
yeah, that's a good one. Or I could say like, when it's raining, I have the opportunity to use my umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go to school, I have the opportunity to see my friends.
Mm-hmm. Or like the opportunity to learn, I
Oh
guess
yeah,
you could.
it's probably a better one. Okay, well, there's our annotations then for this Okay. Well, now we're gonna go on to the second passage, and we're gonna have you guys annotate the passage for us. Oh, let's clear this.
It's like the board at school.
Oh, wait, why does the text keep coming back? I'm pressing clear my annotations. Can you guys see that too? The opportunity equals chance to do something.
Yeah. Maybe just move it off to the side.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Doesn't delete.
Wait. I'm like deleting it. Oh, I can still move it though. Okay. Just pretend that it's there. Okay, that works. So maybe the way we can do this is we can read that one sentence and then the person that reads can tell us what it is. Okay. So I know on the last one we didn't have any figurative language, but on this one we definitely do because we wrote it ourselves, so we know there is. So yeah, figurative language might be a hard one because I don't know if you guys learned about that in school. So like when there's figurative language, we can help you guys out. So why don't we get started? Olivia, do you want to start calling on people?
Sure. Okay. Sally, would you like to start? Maybe just read like the first line. I guess like the first one and the
Or
second like
do you want to read up to ears? Yeah.
All right. Beep, beep, beep. Olive awoke with a start as her alarm clock blared through her ears. Well, I think the first three vocabularies are setting.
The first three beep beep beeps.
Yes.
I don't really think that's a setting because beep 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 is a sound. I mean, you don't really know if beep 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 is like a car sound or like a clock sound yet.
mm. Um this might be leaning more towards figurative language.
Yeah.
But do you know what type it could be? Or do you remember learning about figurative language?
This one's a weird figurative language.
Mm-hmm. I love the
We
name. It's so
we
fun.
learn about figurative language, but it maybe sometimes doesn't use in China, but sometimes it has some difference.
Well, in English, this piece of figurative language starts with an O, and it's a really fun word. So, do you know any words that are figurative language start with O and sound really fun?
Well, I don't know.
That's all right. Here, let's highlight it in purple.
Mm. So the word is called, should I say it?
Yeah,
Okay, it's called onomatopoeia.
I'm gonna try to spell that. Let's type
I don't even know if I could spell it. I could probably spell it if I tried, but
P-O-E. Wait, it's not letting me type.
oh,
You hear that?
yeah. But yeah, so it's onomatopoeia. So basically that's just whenever you write in a way that is supposed to be almost like a sound effect. So if you're trying to describe how a car sounds or how your alarm sounds, like you would write whatever you think it would sound like, and that'd be an example of onomatopoeia.
I think I might have spelled this one. There's a good chance I did. Autumn. Yeah, I definitely did. I think it's autumn.
I think it's the last part. Well, actually, I'm not sure. It's a hard
Okay,
word.
here. Oh, we need to do the next sentence too. Maybe I should look it up.
Okay, so while Estelle's looking it up, do you know what we can check off for the second part of what we had you read? So the part where it says Olivia awoke with the start of as her alarm clock blared through her ears. Is there anything there? Oh, Sally.
Well, let me think. I think it might be details about characters.
Hmm, kind, I don't know, because we haven't really seen any reaction from the character yet, so I'm not sure that we can really characterize her, but um, it could possibly be an important detail. We don't really know where the story is going yet, but I'm not sure. So we can either highlight it or leave it blank, but it's up to you. So what do you think?
Well, then that means important details, I think.
Okay.
Well, perhaps it probably be a detail and
What part of the sentence do you want to highlight?
um let me think. With the star as her arm clock there through her years.
Okay. Maybe I'll start with awoke. I think the fact that she woke up could be important. Important detail. Awoke with a start as her alarm clock blared through her ears. Okay, great. Let's go to the second sentence. Vetland, can you read the it was sentence for us? The sentence starting with it was, I mean. Hello? Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh well.
Whoops.
It was the morning of the first day of school, and Olivia was not ready to get up.
Yeah, great. So, what is there anything you think we should highlight? And
Well, the morning of the first day of school, I think this date.
so, what do you think we should highlight that as?
Well, maybe I think it's yellow or blue. I don't know.
So I'll give you a hint. It's the morning of the first day of school. So they just gave you a time and a date.
Yes. Um,
So which one of these talks about like time and date? Like one of these words means where and when something happened.
I think it's blue.
Blue details about the character. Oh, wait. Whoops. Oh, so oh, actually, this one would be green for setting. The word
Oh,
setting just means like where and when a story takes place. So this sentence
okay.
tells us the date of the story and the time. So morning of the first day of school. Oh, that was bad highlight. Okay. So this sentence tells us the setting. So I mean, maybe the second half of the sentence could be blue. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So Olivia was not ready to get up. Okay, I think that's good. So,
Gabriel, would you like to read the next sentence and then tell us how to annotate it? Oh, I think you're muted. I'm not sure if you know.
Gabriel, wait. If you're trying to talk, you're still on mute. So, is your microphone working? I think it was working earlier. Wait, can you like write something in the chat? If your microphone isn't working? Oh, I cannot turn it on. See. Well, if you still want to participate, maybe we can read it for you, and then you can just tell us what you want to annotate it as, so you can still participate. Olivia, you want to read it?
Okay. Oh, it's so weird to. Okay. Oh, Olivia groaned as she promptly swung her arm across her nightstand, meaning to turn off her alarm clock. So, do you have any ideas of what we can highlight?
So,
Well, looking at this sentence, does anyone else have any ideas first?
oh, he said, turn off alarm clock. So, she was meaning to turn off her alarm clock, but something else happened instead. So that's like something that actually happened. So, Gabriel, what color do you think we should highlight this in? Invent? Does that mean new color? Invent new color? I don't know. Wait, Gabriel, what color from here do you think we should highlight parts of this sentence in? Or like, where can you find a red conflict? Oh, yeah, because she like, okay. So do you just want to highlight meaning to turn off her alarm clock? Do you just want to highlight the part meaning to turn off her alarm clock? Or more? Yes, okay. Meaning to turn off her alarm clock. I think that is like meaning to turn off her alarm clock is like a detail describing something else. So you don't know what she was doing when she was meaning to turn off her alarm clock.
So it could result in conflict, but because we don't know that yet, I'm not sure that we can highlight that section.
Yeah, I mean, you can I think you could say it as a detail because it just says that she swung her arm. You can highlight that part as an important detail because it's basically an event that happened. Yeah. Ooh, also promptly might be kind of hard for some people. I don't know. So promptly. Gabriel, do you know what promptly means? Oh, wait, let me go back to check the text. I mean the chat. Oh, slowly. Okay. Oh, you're like kind of close. It's actually the opposite. Promptly is quickly, not slowly. So you're like on the right track. Yeah. Okay, let's continue reading.
Oh, Wendy, have you read for this page?
I don't think so. I think Wendy can read.
Meaning to turn off her.
Oh, sorry. You can start from bang and then I guess read until mind.
Bone crash, the sound of glass shattering interrupted whereas
Tranquil.
tranquil state of mind.
So from the first part, the first two are very similar to something we did at the earlier, like at the beginning of the paragraph. So is there anything we can highlight for those two parts?
Wendy. So, what do you think we should highlight?
Purple.
Purple. Yeah, purple.
Yep, and the reason why, again, is because it's onomatopoeia. It's like a written sound effect. So that was really good. Let's see, is there anything else we can highlight or circle, or maybe we could circle tranquil. That
Yeah.
word is really hard. So that word just means like calm. So our sentence basically means that before the glass shattered, she was in a calm state of mind, probably because she was sleeping, right? And then after it shattered, it kind of alerted her, and she was no longer calm or
Yeah.
tranquil.
I can't type anymore. I don't know why. It's okay. We can move on.
Oh, sorry, that was not the end of the sentence. But the rest of it is, and she sat up at the speed of light. So, at the speed of light is actually a metaphor, I think.
Wait,
Or
I
is
think
that,
it's not hyperbole, right?
yeah.
Or technically it's a metaphor too, because like
I think it could be both.
both.
Well, I'm not sure actually.
This is kind of hard. Okay, we can say it's both because it's comparing her sitting up to the speed of light without using like or as. And also the speed of light itself is a hyperbole because there's no way someone can sit up at the speed of light.
Mhm.
Just weird.
So basically it's both, but either way, that's an example of
Figurative.
speech. Yeah.
That's purple. Oh. Okay. It's okay. Let's move on. So let's go back to Sally. Sally, can you read from suddenly to how about you just read to the end of the dialogue to the get out of bed?
All right. Suddenly, her mom ran into the room screaming, Oliver, you're late. Get out of bed.
Yeah, great. So what do you think we should highlight there?
Well, her mom ran into the room and screaming. I think it has the character.
Yeah. So about her mom's character. So we got a new character too, her mom. So her mom ran into the room screaming. And what else do you want to highlight?
And maybe we can use red to highlight the conversation.
Yeah, we can do this part too. Okay, so that's the end of this sentence. Oh, I just realized in the previous sentence, we literally only highlighted the figurative language. We didn't even do the sound of glass shattering part. So it says the sound of glass shattering. So when it says glass shattering, you can infer or guess that the alarm clock broke because it says here, meaning to turn off her alarm clock. So I think sound of
So
glass.
that would be an important detail, I think,
Yeah.
right?
So sound. Oh wait, that's the wrong color. Sound of glass shattering. Okay. Maybe if we're feeling extra fun, we can do cause and effect. Oops, that's too thick. We can do cause and effect again. So she was meaning to, this sentence, she promptly swung her arm across the nightstand, meaning to turn off her alarm clock. And that resulted in the sound of glass shattering. So this is what I would do to show cause and effect.
But then also, like we said earlier in the class, you can create symbols and have those mean different things. So like if you wanted to put like a star, like an asterisk or something, by cause and effect, you could do that too. It's just whatever you prefer. Okay, so we have 2 more sentences. So, Betlin, do you want to read the next sentence?
Okay. Clumsily, Olivia arose from her bed like a zombie. She walked towards her bathroom and began getting ready for school.
So, is there anything in those sentences that you think we should highlight?
I think arose from her bed like a zombie. We can use in yellow.
We could, but also, this is an example of figurative language. They're actually using a simile
Oh,
because it's a comparison. So they're comparing Olivia to a zombie because they use like. So that'd actually be figurative language, but it's also an important detail. So you're right about that.
oh,
And then also at the beginning where it says clumsily, that's kind of a detail about her character, I think. And then what do you think about the second sentence? Do you think we need to highlight anything there?
I think walked towards her bathroom and began getting ready for school. Can use yellow.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just an important detail. Yay, we did it.
Okay, great job, guys. On, oh, okay. Oh, wait, let me go back. Sorry. Oops. Okay. Let's clear this. So, great job, guys. I think we ended up with a great annotated page. So, now let's learn about summarizing passages. So, a summary is just a shortened version of the text in your own words. A summary will contain only the main idea of the text and important details. So, one method to start a summary that we learn in school is called IBF. So I stands for identify the text, which is title and author. So this would be you saying, so in the passage, oops, in the passage, Olivia's first day of school by, I guess, us. We didn't write the author. Maybe this is a bad example because we didn't have the author here. So, oh wait, this one doesn't have the author either. That's also kind of bad. So let's just do this one because it's more fun. So we can say, in the passage, Olivia's first day of school, the author, Estelle and Olivia. And then you move on to V, which is a verb. So here you would just pick one of these verbs or anyone that you would like. So let's just say tells. So in the passage, Olivia's first day of school by Olivia and Estelle. Oh, wait. It tells or it describes. Maybe I want to choose describes. It describes And then F is finish. You finish the summary with the main idea. So this is where your annotations really come in handy. You look at all the yellow things, except I just deleted all of our annotations. I probably shouldn't have done that. It's okay. So, that article, I mean passage, I think we should remember most of the important details anyways. So, okay. So IVF, this is just a topic sentence for your summary. That's not the entire summary. So after this, you can move on to write other important details too. So let's summarize. So why don't we try summarizing this passage, the cow and the lions? We can start with the IVF method. So if we just have a person like, oh, you want to call on some person to like name all of the aspects of the IVF.
Okay, sure. Okay, Sally. Can you tell us what IVF stands for? Or like kind of just walk us through how to do that?
IVF, oh well, the I is an infant as it's like the title and uh and the V is verb, the verbs, and F is the finish.
Yes, that's correct. Great job. Okay. So, Estelle, did you want to start?
Oh, why don't we have like the next person name all of the stuff for us? Gabriel, is your mic working again? Or no? It's not.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's great. So, can you do the identify portion of the IVF? So, just tell me who the title and author are. So you can say in the passage and then
The
just
title is The Cows and the Lions.
yeah, great. So in the passage, the cows and the lions, the author isn't stated here. So you can just say the author. And Gabriel, do you want to pick a verb for us to use? So on the other page, I had tells, explains, describe. 8. The author 8. So this is us writing a summary. So I think it would be better to use like tells, explains, describes, or if you have another verb, that's fine too. But this should be like for the summary. So where don't you go pick one of these 3 verbs?
Author explains.
Okay. Author explains. So, do you want to finish your thought? So this is probably the hardest part.
Author explains.
Yeah. So usually when you finish your thought, you just give the main idea of the passage.
Author explains.
You can say like explains a story of and then just tell me like the main thing.
And a story of cows eating grass on a course.
On a
Bus. On a
meadow.
meadow.
Yeah, meadow. Yeah, that's fine for the IVF. So great job. And normally after this, you would continue with the rest of the summary, but we don't really have time today. So since we don't have time, we're IVF is like a good start to your summary. So I think we have a solid start.
So this is your homework for this week. It's why do you think it's important to annotate and summarize what you read or what you read, sorry. So I guess just think about that and be ready to answer next week.
Well, thanks everyone for coming today. And this is the end of our class. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.